Her Excellency has spent many years building this empire after her failed insurrection. But may I ask your name?
Lightyear. That's what I tend to go by.
Lightyear. Quite a special name. Well, Lightyear, Her Excellency agreed with my plans to bring forth a Godzilla clone to combat against Unicron and the Covenant with the use of Dark Energon.
And the shipment you mentioned earlier? Is that what the whole shenanigans you and this whatever invasion you're dealing with is about? The reason they were coming to Earth?
I hardly even know why the Covenant would even come to Earth if they're hell-bent on tracking down Jalessa. Hell, the dragons are too busy with their own civil war right now.
I don't get it.
Your Excellency, I have brought an unexpected guest. As Empress of this socialist regime, you will kneel. What brings this guest here, Lieutenant? You'd better have a good reason for having him here. If it pleases you, Your Excellency, he may be a worthy ally to help rescue Jalessa and retrieve the Godzilla egg. Explain yourself, human.
I'm a space soldier of a colony. Yeah, I was tasked to discover what this Covenant fleet was doing to Earth earlier.
It seems Unicron is growing desperate. But if you have your uses, then I will contact Senator Zurg if he can accompany you.
Senator Zurg?
He has connections to the Quartz Republic and can help us retrieve Jalessa with the egg. And, as for me and my group, make sure to sway the Covenant long enough so this human and Zurg can complete this task. Will you accept this offer? It may be your only chance of ever returning to your homeworld.
Amen. As long as it benefits my nation's best interests.
How odd this behavior of yours is no different than the very humans who reside on a country called America. Don't you think so?
No, Your Excellency.
I didn't think so. Now off with you. Senator Zurg will meet you soon. So tell me, Lightyear, were you the first human to ever stumble upon a celestial conflict like this? To be honest, yes. Not even the world wars back on Earth were as spacious, if you could say. The world wars, including the infamous Second. So many regimes were hell-bent to slaughter one another over what makes a true socialist regime. Even as a liberal, I don't like communism. It attacks the core of America. Individual freedom. Then what makes freedom of one if many do not get the chance? You call yourself a liberal, yes? I did. Then why would you insist on a federalized regime just to spout against it? Every man must make a decision of his being, and not let the collective dictate his fate. I see. This delusion you believe in extreme individualist ideology will garner you a tranquil life? You have no idea.
Could it not be one of those scandal cases that took place right after the war? A human from Earth? Miss Lika was right after all.
Her Excellency will have me as your backup to keep the Covenant from going after Jalessa and the egg. Meet me outside when you two are ready.
Well, I suppose this would be a good time for an introduction before we leave.
Buzz Lightyear, Senator.
You didn't need to answer that fast. Well, you already know my name, so it's fair game. I am the now retired senator of the Zergotronic Federation that dissolved in its own faction after being betrayed by the Paraka around 17 years ago over a taxation policy Miss Ilika set in place for our alliance.
Our alliance?
I was referring to Miss Ilika, the Parakas, and myself. We dealt with Dark Hunters and the Shadow One for weakening my military efforts and succeeded in destroying them, though some still remain free from consequence.
I see. I only got pulled into this because my superiors tasked me to see what this Covenant fleet was up to.
Oh, well, I have a reason for that.
Why?
You see, Lightyear, Jalissa informed me that she and Harness lost their homeworld and I needed to derail the Covenant's tracking, which of course caused your homeworld to get involved. But hey, I was only picking random rolls so Unicron doesn't catch them. Bastards.
Well, now my government knows why the Covenant showed up.
Governments are corrupt swamps. But even after all of this, Jalissa and Harness reversed their ban on me and Missily did in 1927 due to our shared distrust of Unicron, and the Godzilla egg is our best bet.
Is that so?
Indeed. Well, no need for me to grab any here. I have my ion blaster with me.
My lordship, what is troubling? I was one of our fleet sent to Earth when I have demanded you all to head towards Democratus. There must have been a mistake, Lord Unicron. I made sure they do a shipmaster direction. Arbiter! Forgive me. One of my top generals led the fleet to that miserable mudball. But I will correct this mistake if it pleases you, my lordship. Strip him of his rank and imprison him until the day I deem him worthy of redemption or death. Until then, he will bear the mark of shame. It will be done. And as for you, find the god survivor and the consulate. Consider it done, Lord Unicron. And we will have humans knowing of your efforts. I will ensure any human is dealt with by any means necessary. Why didn't you tell me there were going to be any humans involved? Apologies, Arbiter. We had no idea if humans found out about this conflict and once slipped in. I care not for your excuses. Only the gem survivor and Godzilla egg are to be in our grasp.